Hi everyone, it's Jenny from Bohemian Junk Journals. Welcome back to my channel, and it's been a while. I took some time away for a number of reasons. None of them, well, all but one of them really don't matter, but yeah, so initially I took some time out because I needed to think about this journal and what I was going to do with it. The video that I put up before of this, the putting together of this, the initial part of it, the cover and the inside front cover flip part that I had done, and gluing pages and what have you. I had put that video up, and I had a comment not long after it went to air, and the comment was a little bit upsetting, considering I know how good my work is. I've sold several journals and all my reviews have been fantastic. Absolutely, I couldn't wish for better reviews. And so yeah, the comment that I got was rather upsetting, and I don't mind positive criticism and whatever. I welcome it, actually, because I want my work to be even better. But yeah, it was a comment about the cover, so I've addressed it. After a few days, I had to think about it, and also I had to get the courage up to do what I needed to do to fix the cover, because if it didn't work, then I had to start all over again, and I was not too happy about having to do what I needed to do. So the comment was basically that the query was, why was there bubbles in the fabric? Because this fabric is not glued completely to the cover, right? I'm not sure of, I don't know of what glues will not seep through to the top of the material and leave marks in the material, like it leaves a dark stain. And so that's why I didn't glue it to the cover completely, just the inside edges. And I did have a little bit of glue here, which I did have some dark marks, which is why this has got so much embellishment on it, because I needed to cover up that glue residue that had seeped through. So yeah, over here, and I thought I had pulled, when I had pulled it into the inside, I thought I had pulled it quite tight. You can see me covering it in further on into this video. I thought that I had pulled it tight enough, and obviously not, because the cover had bubbled a lot, well, just in this section. And the person wondered why I hadn't done that, and that my work was sloppy. Yeah, so I was not happy, and the only way to fix it was to lift some of the glued areas. I lifted all this and sliced the fabric all the way down, put in some glue, pulled it tight, and glued that section down, re-glued the doily, and that had got rid of most of it. And I mean, this was just a small section just here, but still I had some that I needed to, I still wasn't happy with it. So this hadn't been glued down. It is now, but it wasn't. So I've pulled that back, and right up next to the lace, I put a small incision and did the same thing, pulled it tight and glued it down, and then I've glued the black lace down over it, and then I've actually added some more daisies because the glue on the black lace left like snail's trails. And yeah, so now it's fixed. I'm happy with it, and apart from a bit of trimming here and there in the corners, the cover's done. I'm calling it done. And if you know, I don't mind, like, please, if there's something that you're not sure about, please ask me. Just, you know, ask me a question in the way that you would like to be asked a question about something that you've put a lot of work into. That's all I can say. Okay, let's move on. So what I've done is, when I left previously, I had glued pages in, I had glued pages together, repaired pages, and like reinforced the spine area. I've done the inside cover flip without the pockets yet, and now what I have done is I have cut all the paper so far that I can see that I'd be using so far. I haven't glued it in. I've just put it where I think I want it to be. I've also added in some envelopes to be glued into, and a couple of other little flip thingies. I will show you those first, and then once I've done those, I will fast forward and glue the rest of the pages in. Not fast forward, you know, I'll stop talking and I'll do a time lapse gluing the rest of the pages in. I can speed it up 64% or whatever. Okay, the reason why I left the flips is because, you know, it's part of the process of, that's what this whole video was. It's an altered book process, so I'm trying to keep it as condensed as possible. But things like this you need to think about if you want to put in an envelope, but you're doing an altered book, so you've got yucky pages like this. You need to think about this sort of stuff prior to, like, rushing in and gluing paper. Otherwise you're just making extra work for yourself, because you can do it this way, you know, but then you've got to cover this up. So, you know, it's neither here nor there which way you want to go about it. This is the way I'm going about it, because I think it would be less time consuming and less paper I need to be tearing up and that sort of thing. So I want to put a flip in here, an envelope. I've got a window envelope here. I haven't decorated the envelope. I can do that afterwards. But yeah, I'm going to pop this in here. So what I want to do is I want to glue the envelope in. And just move my coffee, and my Mod Podge is in the way. So where's my glue? I'm not organised. Okay. Oh, it's right in front of me. You know, it's 6:30 in the morning. I've been up since 4:30. Because, yeah, it's just me. I'm a light sleeper, and I quite often am up at 4 o'clock in the morning. Right, so I'm going to glue this in. Don't want it too tight, just, there we go. Alright, so that's in. And now I've got the cardstock to glue in, which I won't use glue stick for. I'm going to use fabric glue. I just find the glue sticks don't seem to stick really thick paper together very easily. I don't know, maybe it's the quality glue stick I'm using, although I've not had any problem with this glue stick. It's been great for everything else. It's just thicker paper. So, and I could use gesso, but gesso's rather more of a wet glue, and at this stage of the game, because the book has already had so much doing to it, creating more dampness within it. I found with I've actually done 2 altered books. I thought, you know, I've kept saying I've only done 1. This is my 2nd, but no, it's not. It's my 3rd, and it's been a long time since I've done the altered books, but yeah, this is my 3rd. So I found with the other ones, the more wetness you have within it, seems to affect the integrity of how it all holds together. So I try to be a bit conscious about how much wet glue I'm using, especially if I'm planning on doing mixed media in the journal, which I will be in this one, because there is a lot of pages, and I could add journaling paper to all the pages and not do mixed media, but there's really only so much paper I have, and I think it would be nice to put some mixed media artwork in here, so I'm planning on doing that. I did actually cut that crooked. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll come back and I'll check all my pages and trim up any overhanging paper. I'm planning on putting lace on a lot of these. So there's one. I've left this because I'm not sure what I'm going to put there. This one here that was damaged that I glued back down, I'm going to use napkin on there, so I haven't come to that yet. When I do the mixed media part of the journal, that's when I'll do all that. Now this one is going on here like so, so I'll just move the book this way. So it's going like that, but I'll glue that after because that's not one of the flip ones. So I've got another envelope here. Okay, so I finished off the previous bit of recording that I did at this page. It sort of, the video had stopped. My phone was actually flat. It was on like 3% or something. I had it plugged into the laptop, but it wasn't charging fast enough, I think, and the phone just didn't like videoing and what have you. So yeah, it sort of turned itself off. So I finished at, I was going to, I think, glue in this craft envelope and the paper over the top. So I've done that, and while the phone was charging, I've glued in several pages already, like journaling paper, and I'm just going through and making sure that everything's okay with them. So pockets. Yeah, I have trimmed up a couple, but not all of them. I will do that probably off camera. Yeah, so and I'm just checking the spine areas to make sure that they're still okay. Now see this one, I'm going to have to reinforce that. That's a mixed media page anyway, but it still needs reinforcing, which is what I normally do now, and I'll explain all that when I do the mixed media. I do put tape down the center anyway. I've done this flip. I think I did that. No, I didn't do it on the that's right, I just watched the video, it wasn't on there. So I've done like a little flippy thing, which I'll embellish and everything at a later point. That's the mixed media sort. Done some rice paper. This is a yeah, this is a side loading pocket with an envelope. So some of the glue has come in over the top edges and bottom edges and has just caught the bottom edges of them and top edges of the papers just a little bit, so I'm just separating them all. And I put in this flip as well, this little envelope flip, and some gorgeous paper over there. I'm not really sure what I'm doing with that. I'm debating just how much mixed media I will do. Some rice paper to put in, some more cardstock to put in there. Some more rice paper. And there as well. Okay, so and then I have to do this one. This is where I was stumbling a bit. I wasn't sure how I was going to put this one in, so I think I will think about that now, and we'll do that together. And then I think after I've done this, what I'll be up to is gluing in the other scrapbooking papers, which I'll do on with no I won't talk through it. I'll just get on and do it and speed up the recording. So I think what I was planning on doing was putting in a flip here, but I was trying to decide whether I was putting that on and then that with some more tea-dyed paper, or whether this was going on there and this was going to sit like over the top, like on the top section. It would have to be. Now that's upside down, so it would have to go that way. Like so. I just don't really want to lose that beautiful journaling space. That's really nice just as it is. You know, it doesn't really need anything doing to it, and it's a lovely page to journal on. So I'm thinking I will put this here. Creating another tuck spot like I did with the other one, and then embellishing this page somehow when I do the mixed media section of the journal. Yeah, that's what I'm going to do. All right, so making a decision, just going to go do it. Alrighty. This is not one of my favourite parts of doing a journal, especially with it like an altered book. It's very monotonous getting all the pages prepared, but it's a necessary part, so I find it really well, I guess a little bit boring, if I want to be honest. But yeah, you can't escape it, you have to do it. So I wonder what your least favourite part of creating a journal is. It's all this technical side is probably not my, yeah, it's not my favourite thing. Yeah, you know what? I shouldn't have done that. I can just pull this back. I'm going to use the tear ruler. Should have thought about that, shouldn't I? Never mind. There you go. All right. I don't know if I'm going to be able to do this side. That's all right. I wonder if this will lift for me. Will you lift? really care if it's scrappy. It's, you know, it doesn't really matter too much. I might just tear that bit. That's fine. It's a bit of a thumbnail there anyway now, so that's pretty cool. And I'll tear this section off. Okay. It is a bit scrappy, but that's still okay. When this is dried off properly, I think I'll go around it with some vintage photo. And just, you know, camouflage one or two little bits and pieces, which really are fine. It's just, I think with the vintage photo they'll look a whole lot better. So while that's drying, it won't take long to dry, I will glue in the other paper. On the other side. Okay. I just love this. This paper is from a really large scrapbooking paper pad thingy that I bought some time ago. It's it is called the Far East Stack. That's what it's called. And there's some absolutely gorgeous paper within it. So, and yeah, I think you get 2 or 3 of each page within the stack. So that's really cool. It's shifted. What a nuisance. Fucking hell. What the? Alright, and take that excess off. I'll cut that down afterwards. So, and that's going in here. Right, so now this one is going in here. Like so. They're like that. Right, first of all, it's still a little bit tacky, but that's okay. Here's my so I've been while I've been not doing any videos or anything, I've been sketching, back to sketching. I've missed doing my art, and I have an Etsy shop for my artwork, and I haven't touched it in months, literally months, and I've had no sales in it, so I thought I really need to do some work on my Etsy shop. So I need to get some new art pieces done. I have got some new, I've got some artwork that I haven't listed yet. So I need to find time to do those listings. And but yeah, it was nice to get back and do something else creative, and art is my first love. I love it. I love drawing and painting. I love doing my mixed media artwork. So don't know why I've just done all that. That was a waste of time because that's going to get glued down. Sorry about that. Right. My ink blender thingy is looking very ratty. I've got another one or two up there. I'll have to replace it, but I'm kind of like trying to get the most out of it, because I haven't ordered any new ones for a long while. So that's going in there, and it can be flipped down for a journaling spot. And I'll just do the two sides. I'll leave it as more of a tuck spot than a pocket. And just to blend that with the page, I think would be a good thing. Just that spot there. There, like that. So I'll probably embellish a paper clip or something to keep that closed. I'll create something for it to close it. Alright, so now I'm going to go on and finish gluing in all the paper. So I will stop talking and go do all that. You could be doing some junk journaling along with me, or having a cuppa and a break from whatever it is that you're doing, and I'll be back at the end. Okay, so this is where I finished off just before. I have done the rest of the pages. These I did before I actually came on the video earlier. So yeah, all the pages are now done. And I have gone through and trimmed up anything that needed trimming. There was a couple of pages that I needed to reinforce, and I think there still might be another couple, but they're for pages for mixed media. So see, like this one here, that needs to be done. So before I do any mixed media, I will put that tape that I use on those. Which is what you should do if you're doing mixed media in a journal. Yeah, it just protects that the integrity of the structure of the book. So I'm going to leave it off there and do some other bits and pieces, because I think the video is long enough now. And I'm not sure. Perhaps I'll probably do a mixed media page or two, or at least one page. They do take a while, so probably only one page. And then I have to make some pockets and some ephemera. So I might have a you know, like a sort of a mass making session of all sorts of bits and pieces that you can join along with me for. I'm going to look around for some new pocket styles and stuff like that before I do that stage. So I hope to be able to include those on this journal if I find any. But for now, I'm going to say goodbye. It's already going to be a gator mouth. That's it, with no pockets. That's just because of all the gluing of 200 GSM cardstock, and you know, tea-dyed papers, and reinforcing the spine and everything like that. So yeah, it's going to be a big journal. So anyway, until next time, I will see you all later. And yeah, please comment below. Tell me what you're thinking. If you know of any glues that can be glued onto, like, you know, a book cover, and then the fabric glued over the top, and the glue doesn't seem to come through the fabric. If you know of any glues that will not do that, please comment that glue below and I will endeavour to buy it. I haven't found a glue that won't do it so far. So yeah, I'm not even sure if adhesive spray would. I haven't tried adhesive spray. So if anyone else has tried adhesive sprays in that fashion with fabric, let me know. And yes, if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. You all very, very appreciated. And yeah, hit the all button so that you get all the videos, because I do all, well, I'm planning on doing all sorts on the channel. It's still relatively new, so yes, bye for now.